Ethereum's been up over 4% in a week, including over 2% today. And in today's video, I'm going to outline the reasons why, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the more important metrics and some of the important upgrades that are be coming down the line for Ethereum. I'm Cody the Coin Raptor, and we're going to go ahead and get started right here. The first thing I want to cover, though, is why stocks and crypto have been up today, and that seems to be because of the May jobs report that came out. The Bureau of Labor Statistics put out there 339,000 jobs created in May, which was topping estimates at 195,000. And the unemployment rate came in a little bit higher than expected. They were expecting about 3.4 or 3.5%. It came in at 3.7%. So this is kind of showing that the jobs market continues to be strong. And on top of that, it's also showing that the unemployment rate's going up a little bit. So what this means in the broader context of the market is that this is kind of feeding into the idea that we're going to wind up having a soft landing, or when the Fed raises rates, it's not going to completely crash and kill the economy, which is good for Bitcoin, which is good for crypto, and which is good for Ethereum. So I actually think that this jobs report that came out is actually fairly bullish. Now let's go ahead and talk about our Ethereum chart TA. So Ethereum is up over 2% today, and it is knocking right on the door here of resistance at 1913. It's been at this resistance level here for the past couple of days. It just hasn't been able to break through just yet, but we've seen some very strong momentum and very strong volume, and we could potentially actually see it push through this level sooner than later. Now, what's also interesting with Ethereum right now is we take a look at our Ethereum dominance. Our Ethereum dominance is up to 20.62%, and this right here is a level that we haven't seen since all the way back in September of 2022. Now, you'll notice that in this region right here, we have what I've outlined as a major resistance band, and this goes all the way from about 20.5% all the way up to about 22.5%, so it stretches about 2%. Now, for Ethereum, it's been up in this area several times. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the weekly. It's been in this area several times, including going all the way back here to 2017, and it just does not spend very much time in this resistance box right here. Right now, it's knocking right on the door of this resistance box, but this is still a level of dominance that we have not seen since September. And I think what's going on here right now is that you're actually having a horde of investors and traders buy Ethereum as opposed to going and buying Bitcoin. And not to mention that, but there's also been that crazy meme coin rally that we saw earlier in May that was for Pepe coin, and that has also pushed Ethereum much higher because it is an ERC20 token. So Ethereum right now is in the middle of this major resistance, and this is something I'm going to be keeping a close eye on, because if Ethereum starts taking, call it market share from Bitcoin, that would be strongly bullish for Ethereum. But what it really needs to do is it needs to break out of this box here at about 22.5%. Now, if we actually take a look at our Ethereum metrics, we look at the exchange reserve first here, what we can see is that Ethereum has been taken off exchanges at a fairly consistent rate. So we're going to go ahead and pull and go all the way back here to 2020. We can see that every single year we've seen more and more Ethereum taken off of exchanges. Now, this has been for a variety of reasons, primarily because exchanges lately have not been trusted, especially with the collapse of FTX. But it also leads to another really important point about why I'm bullish on Ethereum, and that is the staked value. Okay, so total value staked right now, as we've seen it, has gone up, and it has gone up in a big way, especially April 12th. You guys remember that's around the time of the Chapella upgrade, and our total value staked has gone up massively from here. So what it looks like from the outside is that people are taking their Ethereum off the exchanges and then they are staking it. So if we look at this in a percentage way, we can see here that by percent, right now, staked Ethereum makes up 18.4% of the total supply for Ethereum. And that is really impressive. The fact that it continues to go up. And it seems as though a lot of investors and traders are staking their Ethereum. They're getting about 5% APR or so with that Ethereum stake, and then they're also getting the appreciation on the price itself. Now, if we go ahead and take a look at our fee structure for Ethereum, I want to specifically point out the fees burnt. Okay, so just as a reminder, Ethereum does burn a percentage of the fees from every transaction, and we can see here that this level lately has gone up to about 4,000. So 4,000 Ethereum was burned in a single day. We've seen several days in which we've had this 4,000 level, and it spiked all the way back up here to about May 4th, again, right in the middle of that meme frenzy, burning 14,597 Ethereum in that day. That is insane. If we actually look at in the USD version of this fees burnt, we can see that in that day we had about $29 million worth of Ethereum burnt from fees. So what that leads to is a supply that is dwindling for Ethereum. If we go down and take a look at our total supply metric, we can see here that Ethereum total supply has come down dramatically here from a peak of about 119 million all the way down here to, like I said, about 119,742,000 to about almost 119 million even. So it's been about 700,000 Ethereum that's been burned since the EIP 1551 upgrade happened. So that's another reason to be really bullish for Ethereum, because there's less total supply of Ethereum that's currently floating around, and if there's any increase in demand, you get an increase in the price. And that's kind of what we're starting to see right now in the Ethereum price, is that demand has gone up for Ethereum, and as a result, price has gone up as well. So if we actually take a look at our monthly chart here, what's something that's also very interesting is the fact the last, call it about 6 months for Ethereum, ever since it bottomed down here in January, the last 6 months of Ethereum have all been green. Even that weird kind of May month there, that's still a green candle. So Ethereum has been up every single month this year. That is insane. All right, but if we take a look at some more key metrics for Ethereum, one other thing I want to point out here is the active users, the daily active users in the last year. Now, this started originally at about 299,000, and right now it's sitting at about 322,000. So it's also important to point out the fact that during a majority of the bear market, that the daily active users was actually fairly steady, and now it's starting to climb up a little bit. So we've seen an increase in the number of daily active users over the last year for Ethereum, even though it's been a bear market. Now, another really important thing I want to point out that I think is going to be very important, and it's going to lead to another potential rally in the Ethereum price, is the upgrade that's going to lead to what they call dank sharding. Okay, so this is going to be a new upgrade coming as part of EIP 4844. Now, this is going to basically add additional ways to scale Ethereum, and this should be reducing your transaction fees. So one of the biggest, I'd say, knocks against Ethereum is the fact that the transaction fees are really expensive. And so what we're starting to see as part of the roadmap is we're starting to see new upgrades come in that allow things like sharding and roll-ups in order to reduce the number of, or the amount of Ethereum fees you pay for transactions, and should help scale Ethereum to what they call 100,000 transactions per second, which is just insane. So this dank sharding, we have no idea when this is actually going to be released, EIP 4844, but if I get more information on that, I'll make sure I let you guys know. It seems like this upgrade is progressing, and we'll get an update on it at some point in the future. And I tell you, when this happens, we are definitely going to see big movement in the Ethereum price. We've seen in the past here that, we go to the daily, we've seen here in the past that back when they've had multiple upgrades, especially like back here in August when they were doing that the EIP 155 upgrade, we saw a massive boost up in the Ethereum price all the way up to about 2,000. And even if we go back to about April or so when we had the Chapella upgrade, that's also when it spiked as well. So every single time that Ethereum goes and releases these updates, these upgrades, that tends to also correspond to a huge move up in the Ethereum price as well. Now, me personally, I'm not interested in buying at 1900. I'm going to wait for another pullback. If we can get back here to around this band here of 1770 or 1834, that's when I'd be interested in buying Ethereum. I do need to add a little bit more to my Ethereum position. I am a little underweight for Ethereum right now, but this is the area in which I'm going to add. I am not interested in adding above at about 1900 or 2000. I'm not interested in adding in this area. I want to add down here. So that's my plan. All right. So let me know if you guys like this video. Let me know if you guys enjoy Ethereum content. Today I decided to do a little bit of a different video and not concentrate so much on Bitcoin, but I will be making Bitcoin related content as well. Now, if you guys are interested in getting the most up-to-date information, be sure to follow me on Twitter. And I would also appreciate subscribe as well. I'm so close to 200 subs, and I would love if we could just get there within the week. That'd be fantastic. All right, so that's all I've got for you guys today. Have a great day.